at 3000 feet. Temperature 27, dew point 25. QNH 1010 hectopascals. After landing, vacate via Papa 4, Papa 5, or Papa 6 and hold short of runway 25 left. All aircraft request to follow ATC instructions strictly. This was Dan Sun Nhat Status Information Quebec. .25 right. Wind calm. Visibility 7000 meters. Cloud. Few at 3000 feet. Temperature 27, dew point 25. QNH 1010 hectopascals. After landing, vacate via Papa 4, Papa 5, or Papa 6 and hold short of runway 25 left. All aircraft request to follow ATC instructions strictly. This was Dan Sun Nhat Status Information Quebec. Dan Sun Nhat Status Information Quebec. Report at 1000.
Listening.
ZQNH 1010. ZQNH 10. ZQNH 1010. ZQNH 1010.
Affirmative. Setting altimeter 1010 millbars. Got that. I request you to cross-check.
Tanzania ground, Vietnam Airlines 686, stand 11, with information Quebec. Request IPA clearance to Changi Airport.
Vietnam 66 to Supra, good evening, information Quebec, Ukraine station, Singapore, for back to Delta departure, need ship condition, Lima 643, departure to Thailand, Asia climb 9000 feet, expect level 370, walk 5715.
Clear to Changi Airport, expect runway 25 left, Soba to Delta departure, initial climb 9000 feet, flight level 370, SWAT 5715, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam 686 confirm a knee shift transition and Lima 643 please.
Knee shift transition Lima 643 Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686 feedback is correct.
Turning aircraft Vietnam Airlines 686 ready for pushback and start.
Vietnam 686 stand one zero press east approved facing eastbound picture caution facing eastbound picture keep it now 1010.
Say again please. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686 stand one zero press fast east approved facing eastbound picture keep it now 1010.
Pushback approved facing north, facing east, QNH 1010 Vietnam Airlines 686. Anh ơi cho anh hỏi cái được không em? Anh ơi cho anh hỏi cái được không?
Nói anh ơi.
Ủa khi mà pushback á, bình thường ví dụ như cái đường băng nó phía sau lưng là thường cái quy tắc mình pushback là ATC mình sẽ cho cái mũi máy bay hướng về cái đường thẳng đi ra runway hay sao ta?
Hả? Là sao? Ý là em chưa hiểu cái ý của anh lắm. Thì tùy stand thôi, từ trường tùy hôm đó nữa. Nó không có một cái standard nào rõ ràng hết. Nhưng mà từ cái dãy stand 9 đến stand 15 là sẽ push ở facing east. Riêng cái stand 16 là stand ngoài cùng ở cái dãy dọc đó đấy thì sẽ push ở facing west để mình đừng có khiến cái đường file overload.
Ok, cảm ơn em nhé.
Check.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Flight controls.
Check.
Checked flaps setting.
Warm loss F set.
Set.
Radar and PWS.
On.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Take off no blue. Take off no blue.
Taxi checklist complete.
Taxi ground. Vietnam Airlines 6A6 ready for taxi.
Vietnam 6A6, taxi heading board 01, runway 25 left, 5 Victor.
Taxi to holding point 01, runway 25 left, by Victor, Vietnam Airlines 6A6.
Designated ground, xin chào. Vietnam Airlines 146, stand 59er, request ATC clearance to Phú Quốc.
Vietnam 146, taxi ground, xin chào anh nhá. Standby for ATC clearance number 1, break. Vietnam 6A6, no more further ATC unavailable. March.com 122, that's right, bye bye.
Standby for clearance, Vietnam Airlines 146.
Monitor Unicom, Vietnam Airlines 6A6. Bye bye em nha.
Bye bye nhé. Break Vietnam 146 level 350 not unavailable. Do you want level 3 caution 250 not available. Do you want level 240 or level 260?
Vietnam 146, flight level 240.
Vietnam 146 but level 250 not available. Do you want level 240 or level 260?
Vietnam Airlines 146, choosing flight level 240.
Roger, Vietnam 146, copy level 240. You clear destination Phú, Pachu to Delta departure, Whiskey 17. Departure, runway 25 left. Ensure climb 9,000 feet. Expect available 240, swap 5740.
Clear to Phú Quốc via Pachu to Delta for departure, Whiskey 17. Departure runway 25 left. Initial climb for 9,000 feet. Expect to climb 240 and squawk 5740. Vietnam 146.
Vietnam 146, repeat this correct. Call me when you are ready for group stop.
Call you when for the good start. Vietnam Airlines 146.
Taxi Tower, Vietnam Airlines 6A6, runway 25 left, request for departure.
Vietnam Airlines 686, 10 Sun Nhat Tower, wind variable, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 25 left, clear for takeoff. Vietnam Airlines 6A6. Runway 25 left, clear for takeoff. Vietnam Airlines 6A6. Runway 25 left, clear for takeoff. Vietnam Airlines 686. Line up checklist.
Can you repeat what you said again? Line up checklist.
Yes.
Cheers. Line up checklist. Takeoff runway.
25 left.
Confirmed. TCAS.
On.
PAX.
On.
Line up checklist complete.
Before takeoff flow.
Before take off flow. Landing lights selected on. Turn off lights on. Ready for checklist.
Okay, take off.
Speech off.
Master caution. Thrust set. knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Manual toga SRS nav green.
Nhat Tower, Vietnam Airlines 581, ILS Whiskey Runway 25 right.
Vietnam Airlines 581, Nhat Tower,
Manual
wind variable,
MCT,
runway
climb
25 right, clear to
altitude.
land.
Climb thrust.
Runway 25 right, clear to land. Vietnam Airlines 581.
Vietnam Airlines 686, reset transponder. Squawk 0243.
SWAT 0243, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, contact Nhat departure 126.35.
Contact Changi departure 126.35, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative, Nhat departure on 126.35.
Changi departure on 126.35, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative, Nhat departure on 126.35.
Ho Chi Minh Control, Vietnam Airlines 686, 6,900 feet, landing 9,000 feet. Ho Chi Minh Control, Vietnam Airlines 686, 7,800 feet, landing 9,000 feet.
Air 686 Ho Chi Minh set squawk 5715,
Speed green. Alt star.
SWAT 5715. SWAT 5715 set Vietnam Airlines 686.
The 36, the German identify climb level 360.
Climb flight level 360 Vietnam Airlines 686.
Climb. Thrust. Open. Climb. Alt. Blue. Crossing 10,000. Transition altitude. landing. Green.
Ocean Control, good evening. This is Indonesia X6 320 inbound downfall.
Legend S60 Hồ Chí Minh số 85 identify maintain level 320.
Maintain flight number 320 Indonesia X60.
$1,000 to go.
Ho Chi Minh Control, Vietnam Airlines 146, ready for departure runway 25 left.
Now 146 Hồ Chí Minh, chào buổi tối, runway 25 left. Clear takeoff, surface wind 280 at 4 knot.
Surface wind 280 4 knot, Vietnam Airlines 146, clear for takeoff.
Ta không cần phải đọc lại gió đâu em ơi.
Dạ ok anh ơi.
Green out style. green.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for flight deck and captain speaking. We've just reached a cruise altitude for flight, and to get us settled in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Vietnam Ho Chi Minh Control, Vietnam Airlines 6A6 request direct to export.
When I say direct export, you have to be direct export earlier because you are not following the right airway. Now direct export.
Now direct export, Vietnam Airlines 6A6.
Nav green.
When the last one was passing 2,000 feet.
Now 146, Ho Chi Minh identify climb flight level 240.
Identify climb level 240 when the last one was. Vietnam Lines 446 will leave for Cockpit for 10 minutes.
For strict confirm 10 minutes. Vietnam 686, contact Singapore radar 123.7. Bye bye.
Contact Singapore radar 123.7. Vietnam Airlines 686. Bye bye anh Phương nha, cảm ơn Phương.
Bye bye.
Singapore radar Vietnam Airlines 686, flight level 360.
Vietnam 686, Singapore radar, good evening.
No, 22 Charlie, service localized at 12 miles.
I'm sorry, the last station, say again?
Brunei 22 Charlie, established localizer 20 right, 11.5 miles.
Brunei 22 Charlie, thank you. No speed restriction. Contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Connect.
No speed 1186, Brunei 22 Charlie, thank you very much, bye bye.
Bye. Philippine 501 after BPOP, continue present heading.
After BPOP, continue present heading, Philippine 501.
Philippine 501, descend to 3,000 feet.
10 to 3,000 feet, Philippine 501.
Malaysian 25907, proceed direct to Keybowl.
Keybowl, Malaysian 2527.
Singapore 468 leaving my airspace. Jakarta is offline. Frequency change approved. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Singapore 468.
Radar, good evening, Malaysian 610 departure.
Malaysian 610 Singapore radar, good evening. Identify climb flight level 240, turn left heading 040.
Left heading 040, climb 240, Malaysian 610.
Philippine 501, turn left heading 230, cleared ILS, approach runway 20 right.
Can you repeat it again for Philippine 501?
Philippine 501, left turn 230, cleared ILS 20 right.
230, clear ILS, 20 right, Philippine 501.
Singapore 147, ready for descent.
Singapore 147, thanks. Descend via star flight level 160.
We're at flight level 160, Singapore 147.
Malaysian 610, proceed direct Masbo. Malaysian 610, left turn direct Masbo.
Turn direct Masbu, Malaysian 610.
Philippine 501, confirm established. Philippine 501.
Roger, Philippine 501.
Are you established?
Yeah, Philippine 501.
Philippine 501, cancel approach clearance, turn right heading 020.
Turn right heading 120, Philippine 501.
Philippine 501, fly heading 060.
060, Philippine 501.
Hey, Philippine 501, what are you doing?
Heading right to heading 060, Philippine 501 heavy.
You are meant to do left heading. What are you doing, man? This is incredible. Malaysian 610, contact number radar 132.8, good night.
132.8, Malaysia 610, thank you, good night.
Malaysian 25907, contact number radar 132.8, good night.
132.8, Malaysia 2537, good day.
Singapore radar, good evening, Turkish 55, passing 1,000 feet, climbing 3,000.
Turkish 55, Singapore radar, good morning, identify, climb flight level 240, turn left, heading 060.
Left heading 060 and climb to what altitude again for Turkish 55?
Turkish 55, climb flight level 240.
Flight level 240, thank you, Turkish 55.
Vietnam 686 arrival clearance, Ilalo 1 Bravo arrival, expect ILS 20 right.
Say slow again, please. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Turkish 55, continue left turn, direct Acoma.
Continue left turn, direct Acoma, Turkish 5.
Okay, very good. Turkish 55, you monitor Unicom. Sorry, monitor advisory. Have a nice morning.
Monitor advisory, thank you, Turkish 55.
Singapore 147, I'm closing shortly. You may monitor advisory. Goodbye.
Advisory Singapore 147, good morning. Goodbye.
Morning. Vietnam 686, same for you. I'm closing. Monitor advisory. Goodbye.
Morning, Tory advisory, Vietnam Airlines 686. Thank you, goodbye.
All stations be advised, Singapore radar now closed. If you're on this frequency, monitor advisory 122.8. Goodbye.
Bye, thank you.
Beyond ATC connected.
Singapore Center, Tennessee 755 Heavy, flight level 30.
Singapore Center, Vietnam Airlines 686, flight level 360. Singapore Center, Vietnam Airlines 686, flight level 360.
beyond ATC connected.
Singapore Center, Vietnam Airlines 686, flight level 360.
Singapore Center, Air Japan 815 Heavy, flight level 340. Air Japan 815 Heavy, Singapore Center, radar contact. Vietnam Airlines 686, Singapore Center, identified. Vietnam Airlines 686, Singapore Center, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02 left.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, verify instruction. Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686. Air Japan 815 Heavy, descend to flight level 230. Descend to flight level 230, Air Japan 815 Heavy. Singapore Center, Keyway 171 Heavy. Good evening. Flight level 359er.
Idle thrust open set.
Keyway 171 Heavy, Singapore Center, radar contact.
Alt Lu.
Keyway 171 Heavy, Singapore Center, expect radar vectors, ILS
1000
runway
to go.
02 left. Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02 left, Keyway 171 Heavy.
From the front deck, ladies and gentlemen.
Mac Green, Alt Star.
Singapore Center, Dynasty 755 Heavy, flight level 363.
Take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated.
Vietnam Airlines 686, climb to flight level 360, vectors for Changi Airport.
Climb to flight level 360, vector for Changi Airport, Vietnam Airlines 686.
1000 to go. Open climb. Alt Lu.
Dynasty 755 Heavy, Singapore Center, radar contact.
Singapore Center, rate check 5138, flight level 370.
Red Cap 5138, Singapore Center, radar contact. Vietnam Airlines 686, request arrival runway change. Vietnam Airlines 686, roger, say runway.
Two zero right, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Alt Green.
Vietnam Airlines 686, I didn't get the runway, say again.
Runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686. Runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, 02 left is the runway you're already assigned. Unable runway change.
Singapore Center, rate cap 5647, flight level 300.
Red cap 5647, Singapore Center, identified.
Heading green.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn right, heading 200.
Turn right 200 Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn right heading 200 Vietnam Airlines 686.
T-Way 171 Heavy, you were assigned flight level 360. I show you at flight level 348. Climb to flight level 360.
Roger, climb to flight level 360, T-Way 171 Heavy.
Singapore Center, Vietnam Airlines 686, ready for descent.
Vietnam Airlines 686, flight present heading, descent to flight level 150, Changi Airport landing runway 02 left.
Flight descent heading, descent to flight level 150, landing runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Idle thrust, open, descent, out, loo.
Singapore Center, Japan Air 711 Heavy, flight level 197.
Japan Air 711 Heavy, Singapore Center, radar contact.
Singapore Center, Scooter 819 Heavy, flight level 187.
Scooter 819 Heavy, Singapore Center, identified. Japan Air 711 Heavy, contact Singapore approach 120.3.
Contact Singapore approach 120.3, Japan Air 711 Heavy.
Scooter 819 Heavy, contact Singapore approach 120.3.
Contact Singapore approach 120.3, Scooter 819 Heavy.
Dynasty 755 Heavy, contact Lumpur control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur control 126.1, Dynasty 755 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686. Contact Lumpur Control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur Control 126.1. Vietnam Airlines 686. Lumpur Control, Vietnam Airlines 686, passing flight level 240, descending flight level 150.
Lumpur Control, Keyway 171 Heavy, flight level 290. Keyway 171 Heavy, Lumpur Control, good evening, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 360. Continue climb to flight level 360, Keyway 171 Heavy. Vietnam Airlines 686, Lumpur Control, radar contact. Malaysian 609, contact Singapore approach 120.3. Contact Singapore approach 120.3, Malaysian 609.
$1,000 to go. Speed green out, start. out, green.
Make a request from the list.
Display flight data.
Some items may not be executed due to context, like not being able to contact mechanic when all engines are running.
Speed, green. Speed, green.
Good evening, Lumport Control, Air Japan 815 Heavy, descending via Saro 1 Juliet, flight level 290. Air Japan 815 Heavy, Lumport Control, radar contact. Dynasty 755 Heavy, contact Singapore approach 120.3. Contact Singapore approach 120.3, Dynasty 755 Heavy. Scooter 469 Heavy, contact Singapore approach 120.3. Contact Singapore approach 120.3, Scooter 469 Heavy. Vietnam Airlines 686, contact Singapore approach 120.3.
Contact Singapore approach 120.3. Vietnam Airlines 686. Singapore approach Vietnam Airlines 686. 686, flight level 150.
Japan Air 711 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Over to Tower 131.4, Japan Air 711 Heavy.
Malaysian 609, turn left, heading 325, descend to 5,000 feet.
Turn left, heading 325, descend to 5,000 feet, Malaysian 609.
Malaysian 609, 11 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 315, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
Turn left, heading 315, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left, Malaysian 609.
Singapore 719 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 131.4. Bye bye.
Contact Tower 131.4, Singapore 719 Heavy.
Scooter 469 Heavy, fly present heading, descend to 1,000 feet, QN 1011.
Fly present heading, descend to 1,000 feet, QN H1011, Scooter 469 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, verify information uniform.
Verify information uniform. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686 Singapore approach, QN 1011, expect radar vectors for I, LS runway 02 left.
QNH 1011, expect radar vector for iOS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686. QNH 1011, expect radar vectors iOS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Malaysian 609, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Contact Tower 131.4, Malaysian 609.
Dynasty 755 Heavy, descend to 1,000 feet, QN 1011.
Descend to 1,000 feet, QN H1011, Dynasty 755 Heavy.
Scooter 469 Heavy, turn right, heading 050, descend to 7,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 050, descend to 7,000 feet, Scooter 469 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 155 vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about 21 miles.
Turn left heading 155 vector for approach. Further clearance to 1 mile. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Lock Lou.
Dynasty 755 Heavy, descend to 7,000 feet.
Descend to 7,000 feet. Dynasty 755 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn right, heading 190.
Turn right heading 190. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Scooter 469 Heavy, turn left, heading 290.
1,000 to go.
Turn left, heading 290, Scooter 469 Heavy.
Scooter 469 Heavy, 15 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 305, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
Turn left, heading 305, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left, Scooter 469 Heavy.
Singapore, Lufthansa 779 Heavy, good evening, 1,600 feet. Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 130.
Turn left heading 130. Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn left heading 130. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, 12 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 050, maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
Changi from Akipo, turn left heading 050, maintain 2,500 until established. Clear ILS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Idle thrust, open, sent out,
Lufthansa
Lou.
779 Heavy, Singapore departure. Good evening.
Heading green.
Identified. Climb to flight level 180.
1,000 to go.
Climb to flight level
Lock
180.
green.
Lufthansa 779 Heavy. Dynasty 755 Heavy. Turn right. Heading 040.
Turn right, heading 040. Dynasty 755 Heavy.
Dynasty 755 Heavy, 15 miles from Akipo. Turn right, heading 045, maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared eye, LS runway
Green
02
L
left.
star.
Turn right, heading 045. 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left. Dynasty 755 Heavy.
Singapore approach, Vietnam Airlines 686, ILS runway 02 left, final approach call established.
Singapore, Air France 257 Heavy, good evening, 1,000 feet. Vietnam Airlines 686, Roger. Scooter 469 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Over to Tower 131.4. Scooter 469 Heavy. Have a good evening.
Vietnam Airlines 686, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Contact Singapore Tower 131.4, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Glide slow green.
2,500.
Singapore Tower, Vietnam Airlines 686, ILS, runway 02 left.
Glide star.
Vietnam Airlines 686. Singapore Tower. Continue.
Singapore, continue, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vertical speed. Mode.
Singapore 336 Heavy. Contact Singapore departure 120.3.
1,000 to go. Climb. Thrust. Open. Climb.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3.
Idle thrust,
Singapore
open,
336 Heavy. Vietnam Airlines 686. Wind variable. Runway 02 left cleared to land.
Runway 02 left, clear to land, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Singapore Tower. Dynasty 755 Heavy. ILS runway 02 left. Dynasty 755 Heavy. Singapore Tower. Continue. Wilco. Dynasty 755 Heavy. Emirates 353 Super. Ready to go. Runway 02 center. Emirates 353 Super. Singapore Tower. Wind variable. Runway 02 center. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 02 center. Cleared for takeoff. Emirates 353 Super.
Speed. Green. Vertical speed. Mode.
Scooter
Climb.
469
Thrust.
Heavy.
One climb.
Exit right at Whiskey 3. Exit right at Whiskey 3. Scooter 469 Heavy.
Alt. Blue. Heading. Green.
Singapore 346 Heavy, ready to go. Runway 02 center.
Scooter 469 Heavy. Monitor ground 125.65. Ground 125.65. Scooter 469 Heavy. Dynasty 755 Heavy. Wind variable. Runway 02 left cleared to land. Runway 02 left clear to land. Dynasty 755 Heavy.
1000 to go. Speed. Green. Alt. Star.
Singapore 346 Heavy. Runway 02 center. Line up and wait.
Runway 02 center, line up and wait. Singapore 346 Heavy.
Singapore 346 Heavy. Singapore Tower. Wind variable. Runway 02 center. Cleared for takeoff.
Climb. Thrust.
Caution wake turbulence.
Idle. Thrust. Open. Descent. Alt.
Runway
Blue.
02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore 346 Heavy.
Singapore Tower, Vietnam Airlines 686, go around.
Jeju Air 4056. Holding short. Runway 02 center.
Nav. Green.
Vietnam Airlines 686 Roger. Fly runway center line. Maintain flight level 290.
Fly runway heading, maintain flight level 290. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative. Flight level 290.
Flight level 290. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative. Flight level 290.
Flight level 290. Vietnam Airlines 686. Flight level 290. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative. Flight level 290.
Fly runway center line. Maintain flight
green,
level 290. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686. Contact Singapore
green.
departure 120.3. Speak soon.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3. Vietnam Airlines 686. Singapore departure Vietnam Airlines 686, 4,000 feet.
Vietnam Airlines 686, welcome back. Continue.
Continue Vietnam Airlines 686. Continue Vietnam Airlines 686.
Heading green.
Continue Vietnam Airlines 6A6.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 190. Expect further clearance in about 24 miles.
Turn left heading 190. Expect further clearance up to 4 miles. Vietnam Airlines 6A6.
Singapore, Emirates 353 Super, good evening, 3,300 feet.
Emirates 353 Super, Singapore departure, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Emirates 353 Super.
Singapore 346 Heavy, good evening, 2,400 feet. Singapore 346 Heavy, Singapore departure, identified, climb to flight level 190. Climb to flight level 190, Singapore 346 Heavy. Air Japan 801 Heavy, 15 miles from Akipo, turn right, heading 060, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
Turn right, heading 060, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left, Air Japan 801 Heavy.
Air Junior 160, 6 Heavy, contact Lumpur, control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur Control 126.1, Air Junior 1606 Heavy, bye-bye.
Singapore 352 Heavy, contact Lumpur, control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur, control 126.1, Singapore 352 Heavy.
Cathay 715 Heavy, contact Lumpur, control 126.1. Contact Lumpur, control 126.1. Cathay 715 Heavy, have a good evening. Singapore 336 Heavy, contact Lumpur, control 126.1, have a good evening.
Lock Lu.
Contact Lumpur, control 126.1, Singapore 336 Heavy. Singapore, Jeju Air 4056, 2,200 feet.
Jeju Air 4056, Singapore departure, identified, climb to flight level 160.
Climb to flight level 160, Jeju Air 4056. Singapore, RADCAM 9122, 1,900 feet.
RADCAT 9122, Singapore departure, identified, climb to 2,000 feet.
Climb to 2,000 feet, RADCAM 9122.
Air Japan 801 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Over to Tower 131.4 Air Japan 801 Heavy, bye-bye.
Singapore, Swiss 177 Heavy, 3,100 feet.
Swiss 177 Heavy, Singapore departure, identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Swiss 177 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 160.
Turn left, heading 160. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Singapore, Asiana 753 Heavy, 9,800 feet with information meter.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 115.
Turn left, heading 115. Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn left, heading 115. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Idle thrust, open,
Vietnam
set,
Airlines
out, loo.
686, 9 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 060, maintain 2,500 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 02 left.
9 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 060, maintain 2,500 feet until established, clear ILS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
1,000 to go. Lock, loo.
Asiana 753 Heavy Singapore approach, QN 1011 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 02 left.
QNH 1011 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 02 left. Asiana 753 Heavy.
Asiana 753 Heavy, turn right, heading 065 vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 065, Sienna 753 Heavy.
Lock green.
Sienna 753 Heavy, 15 miles from Akipo, 10 right, heading 050, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
Speed green. Alt star GS Lu.
Turn right, heading 050,
Alt green.
2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left, Sienna 753 Heavy.
Singapore approach Vietnam Airlines 688 ILS runway 02 left. Final approach call established.
2,500.
Glide slope green. Lock star.
Singapore, Jetstar Asia 766, flight level 171 with information Victor.
Glide star.
Singapore Tower Vietnam Airlines 686 ILS runway 02 left.
Vietnam Airlines 686, wind 210 at 2, runway 02 left cleared to land.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Runway 02 left clear to land. Vietnam Airlines 686.
Singapore 22 Heavy, holding short, runway 02 center.
Singapore 22 Heavy, runway 02 center, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 02 center, Singapore 22 Heavy.
$1,000.
Singapore 22 Heavy, Singapore Tower, wind 210 at 2, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, Singapore 22 Heavy.
Singapore 22 Heavy, contact Singapore departure 120.3.
400.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3, Singapore 22 Heavy.
100 above.
Minimums.
Minimum.
Singapore Tower, Sienna 753 Heavy, ILS runway 02 left.
Asiana 753 Heavy,
Retard.
Singapore Tower, wind 210 at 2, runway
Retard.
02 left cleared to land.
Retard. Retard.
Runway 02 left cleared to land, Sienna 753 Heavy.
Singapore 22 Heavy, contact Singapore departure 120.3.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3, Singapore 22 Heavy.
1,000 to go. Manual toga, vertical speed. Mode, alt, Lu, go around track. Radio, altimeter, ready.
Singapore Tower Vietnam Airlines 686 go around.
1,000 to go.
Vietnam Airlines 686, I didn't get that.
1,000 to go. Toga, lock, out, star. Heading green. SRS, go around track. Climb, thrust.
Vietnam Airlines 686, go around.
Idle thrust, open, descent, out, lube.
Vietnam Airlines 686, roger. Fly runway centerline, maintain flight level 290.
Fly runway centerline, maintain flight level 290, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, contact Singapore departure 120.3, talk to you in a bit.
1,000 to go.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Speed green, out, star, heading green.
Negative, Singapore departure on 120.3.
Singapore departure, Vietnam Airlines 686, 4,000 feet.
Out, green.
Vietnam Airlines 686, welcome back. Continue.
Continue, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 200.
Turn left, heading 200, Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn left, heading 200, Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn left, heading 200, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Air France 257 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control 132.6. Contact Lumpur Control 132.6, Air France 257 Heavy, bye-bye. Jetstar Asia 766, turn right, heading 075, descend to 5,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 075, descend to 5,000 feet. Jetstar Asia 766.
Scooter 811, descend to 6,000 feet. Descend to 6,000 feet, Scooter 811. Jetstar Asia 766, 11 miles from Akipo, turn right, heading 040, maintain 2,500 feet until established, cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
turn right, heading 040, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left, Jetstar Asia 766.
Singapore, Philippine 510, 1,900 feet.
Philippine 510, Singapore departure identified. Climb to flight level 160.
Climb to flight level 160, Philippine 510.
Singapore 336 heavy, contact Lumpur control 132.6.
Contact Lumpur control 132.6, Singapore 336 heavy.
Scooter 811, turn right, heading 065, descend to 5,000 feet. Turn right, heading 065, descend to 5,000 feet. Scooter 811. Jetstar Asia 766, contact Singapore Tower 131.4.
Over to Tower 131.4, Jetstar Asia 766.
Scooter 811, 11 miles from Akipo, turn right, heading 040, maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left. Turn right, heading 040, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 02 left, Scooter 811. FedEx 49 Heavy, descend to 1,000 feet, QN, H1011.
Descend to 1,000 feet, QN H1011, FedEx 49 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, turn left, heading 120.
Turn left, heading 120, Vietnam Airlines 686. Turn left, heading 120, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Idle thrust, open, descent, out, loo.
Singapore 231 Super, 900 feet.
FedEx 49 Heavy, descend to 7,000 feet.
Speed green, out, star.
Descend to 7,000 feet, FedEx 49 Heavy.
Out, green.
Scooter 811, contact Singapore Tower 131.4. over to tower 131.4, scooter 811. Vietnam Airlines 686, 9 miles from Akipo, 10 left, heading 055, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared eye, LS runway 02 left.
9 miles from Akipo, turn left, heading 055, maintain 2,500 feet until established on final approach course. Clear iOS runway 02 left, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Idle thrust open,
Singapore
set
231
blue.
Super, Singapore departure, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Singapore 231 Super.
Singapore 346 Heavy, contact Lumpur.
Lock green.
Singapore, Express India 681, 1,900 feet.
Express India 681, Singapore departure, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180,
Green.
Express India
LS
681.
blue.
Singapore approach Vietnam Airlines 686, iOS runway 02 left, final approach course established.
Alt green. Lock star.
Vietnam Airlines
Glide,
686, contact Singapore Tower 131.4, have a good evening.
Contact Singapore Tower 131.4, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Glide star.
Singapore Tower, Vietnam Airlines 686, iOS runway 02 left.
Vietnam Airlines 686, Singapore Tower, continue.
Continue, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, wind 210 at 2, runway 02 left cleared to land.
Runway 02 left, clear to land, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Scooter 811, exit right at Whiskey 3.
Exit right at Whiskey 3, Scooter 811.
Land green.
Scooter
Land green.
811, monitor ground 125.65.
100 above.
Ground 125.65, Scooter 811.
Minimum.
Singapore 306 Heavy, contact Singapore departure 120.3.
40, 30, 20, Retard.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3, Singapore 306 heavy.
Ground. Spoilers deployed reverse. Green. 80 knots. 70 knots. 60 knots.
Vietnam Airlines 686, exit right at Whiskey 3.
Exit right at Whiskey 3, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Shanghai Air 7548 Heavy, holding short, runway 02 center.
Shanghai Air 7548 Heavy, Singapore Tower. Wind 210 at 2, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff.
Master caution.
Runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Shanghai Air 7548 Heavy. Singapore Tower, FedEx 49 Heavy, ILS runway 02 left.
FedEx 49 Heavy, Singapore Tower. Wind 210 at 2, runway 02 left, cleared to land.
Runway 02 left, cleared to land. FedEx 49 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 686, contact ground 125.65, bye-bye.
Contact ground 125.65, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative, ground on 125.65.
Ground on 125.65, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative, ground on 125.65.
Ground on 125.65, Vietnam Airlines 686.
All aircraft be advised, information Whiskey now current, QNH1011.
Singapore round Vietnam Airlines 686, holding short Whiskey 3, request taxi to the gate.
CP54 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Vietnam Airlines 686, welcome to Changi, safe parking or advise if need assignment.
Allocated gate is 5, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Vietnam Airlines 686, gate 56 taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, uniform 2.
Gate 56 taxi by Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, uniform 2, Vietnam Airlines 686.
Negative. Taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, Uniform 2.
Taxi via Whiskey 3.
Negative. Taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, Uniform 2.
Taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, Uniform 2. Vietnam Airlines 6A6.
CP54 Heavy, runway 02 center taxi via November 1, November Charlie 3, Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11.
Runway 02 center taxi via November 1, November Charlie 3, Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11, CP54 Heavy.
FedEx 49 Heavy, Gate 5 taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, Victor 8, Uniform 4, Uniform 3, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Lima 8, Lima 5.
Gate 5 taxi via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Papa, Victor 8, Uniform 4, Uniform 3, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Lima 8, Lima 5, FedEx 49 Heavy.
Scooter 18 Heavy, stand 73, request pushback.
Scooter 18 Heavy, Singapore ground, pushback approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved, face west, Scooter 18 Heavy.
Scooter 116, stand 139er, request pushback and engine start. Scooter 116, Singapore ground, pushback approved. Face north. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north, Scooter 116.
Listening.
After landing flow.
After landing, clean up APU.
Scooter 396, stand 135, request pushback.
Spoilers disarmed. Slats retracted. Transponder standby. Engine anti-ice 1,
Scooter
2,
396,
deactivated.
Singapore ground, pushback
When
and engine start
anti-ice
approved.
turned off.
Face northeast.
Landing lights switched off. After landing procedures complete. Captain.
After landing checklist.
Pushback approved, face
that again?
northeast,
After landing
Scooter
checklist.
396.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Okay, ready when you are for the checklist items. After landing checklist. Radar and PWS.
Scooter 18 Heavy,
Off.
taxi for
Please
departure.
can you check the status of that item again?
Off.
After landing, checklist complete.
Scooter 18 Heavy, runway 02 center taxi via Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11.
Runway 02 center taxi via Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11, Scooter 18 Heavy.
Scooter 116, request taxi to the active. Scooter 116, runway 02 center taxi via November 1, November Charlie 3, Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11. Runway 02 center taxi via November 1, November Charlie 3, Whiskey Alpha, Uniform 2, Sierra Charlie 2, Lima 6, Lima 10, Lima 9er, Echo Papa, Echo 11, Scooter 116.
Scooter 396, ready to taxi to the active.
Parking flow.
Parking flow, navigation, lights selected, off, turn off, lights off. Fasten seatbelt signs, off, fuel or fuel pumps. Off. APU, lead air, selected, on. Beacon lights, selected, off. Strobe lights, off. Parking procedure complete.
Parking checklist.
Forgive me, say it again. Parking checklist.
Yes.
Thank you. Get ready. The checklist is about to start. Parking checklist. Parking brake shocks.
Set.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Can you double check this, Captain?
Off.
Parking checklist complete.
Securing airflow. Securing airflow. Securing aircraft checklist.
Pardon? I didn't quite catch you. Securing aircraft checklist.
Yes.
Cheers. Securing aircraft checklist. Oxygen.
Off.
Emergency exit lights.
Off.
Batteries.
Off.
EFV.
Off.
Securing aircraft checklist complete.